What? Welcome back to the channel again. It's been a little bit between videos. I might have put one up between this, I don't know. This is a giant pile of parts. It is an R31 drift car, forged RB30, Haltech, high mount, forward facing plenum, external gates, roll cage, and fuel systems and lots. So we're gonna build this car, get it tuned, get it finished. Been sitting for like 3 years collecting parts, so we're gonna get it done, not in like a week, but within, I don't know, an okay time frame. So let's do it, let's start. I'll run through all the parts he's got here because it's good stuff. Alright, as you can see, there's a lot of parts. Quana's also here helping us go through it because there's so much stuff. Kind of hard to figure out where you start something like this at this point. So there's a lot of stuff that goes under the manifolds. So we're going to do like maybe the oil filter relocation plate, some sensors, quickly put on that stuff. Then we'll do inlet exhaust manifold, get the turbo on. Has a complete Haltech loom, so we can throw that in and sort of lay it across where it goes. There's R35 coils and a bracket, probably fit them, and a bracket. External wastegate, injectors, get the top half of the manifold on. We're waiting on a new radiator because the one that's been supplied is disgusting. The intercool is good. Probably have to make a dump pipe, some other stuff. We'll just get it sort of roughed in, so it's starting to look like a motor, and sort of, yeah, go from there. So that's what's next. So we've got an absolute mess of fittings and things. Some of it suits the turbo, some of it doesn't, so we're gonna have to sort of adapt it. These water lines look like they may work. They fit the turbo banjos. We're just gonna pull the block blanks out like the factory RB30 ones and then see if we can use any of this other stuff. Alright, that's a socket job. Oh. Alright, we're coming back in with a bit more horsepower. Oh my god. Why? There we go. Doesn't help that it's a public holiday and it's like 32 degrees as well. Classic Quana fashion, making me feel like a bit of an idiot. That's not the right one, so I'm glad I pulled it out with all that effort. So we'll get a bit of thread sealing on here and we'll put her back in. Just so you know, it was really tight, so it wasn't gonna leak. And if it does now, I never touched it, so doesn't matter. Don't blame me, Jake. Never even seen that fitting in my life. Never happened. All right, we're back. Better play the socket guessing game. Nope. Maybe. What are you? 23. Well, where's the 22 at then, son? That's it. Glad I grabbed 48 sockets. Just as bad as the other one. It's like a massive thread with the tiny, like massive head, but it's only like M10, or M14. Yeah. I'm gonna go back down to the pile. So these are water. Yeah, dog. Do we have 3 of them? Nope. Nope. I don't think we have enough of the ones we want. So the ones that fit the turbo also fit the block. So yeah, maybe I fit the block one so we can get the manifold on and do the turbo ones last. So as you can see, Quana, oh my god. Quana's already fitted the oil feed off camera. Naughty. But that's alright. Yeah, that's a certified yeah dog. We have flow. Just a plumbing update. Oil feed, yes. Oil drain, yes. Water feed, yes. So, Quina off camera has made the to water bypass down here. Dash 10, these fittings are already fitted. So obviously that's your thermostat. From the back of the block, it just circulates water back in here. If you delete your heater, don't delete this pipe. So this normally runs your heater hoses, which makes it a circuit. If you delete that, you have to join that back together, or else you get a massive amount of hot water in the back of your block. Not nice. Because we've done pretty much all that plumbing for now, it's manifold onto them. I'm sweating quite profusely because it's hot. Can we just take a moment to appreciate I just got every one of those exhaust manifold nuts and washers on. First shot without dropping one. Anyway, let's continue the video. Just wanted to tell you. Alright, it's the correct wastegate flange. Let me just find said nut. Alright, so I dropped everything. I'm going to try this again. Never had this problem before. So, in your wastegate, you have a seal ring, like that. Seals. This one sits really proud, if you look. So I can't get the V-band to clamp. It does push down, but trying to hold that and fit it with one hand is just impossible. So I'm trying to figure out if I can maybe loosen the cap, take a little bit of pressure off, have that sit flush, tighten it up, then tighten these in the car, which is just gonna be so much fun. So call me crazy. This is aluminium TIG wire, which is now in there to hold the valve seat down. It's aluminium, so it's not gonna damage the housing or anything. Now he sits flat, can fit the gate. As soon as I do that, it'll push down, this will fall out. And that is the yeah science moment of this episode. That just popped out. Problem one. Problem one. You know what we call that? We call that stonks. No, that's progress. So hot side's actually done, except for turbo housing isn't clocked to its final position. So all the turbo drain fitting and pretty much everything is wrong. Like it wouldn't even work at all on this. The spacing's wrong. So this is actually spaced. This would fit the drain, but that's your feed. That fits nothing, so same with that. So I'll get them properly. That's why there's only one bolt holding the turbo on. Manifold's final fitted, wastegate's final fitted. Oil lines are all done, oil, water in the block. Just gotta do the turbo one. So we just gotta get a couple different fittings. That's it, so we're gonna move to the intake side. Get the manifold on, coils in, injectors in, probably throw the loom on. It's probably enough for this video, we'll see. But right, we find ourselves on the other side of said engine, the intake side. So Quina's ripping off 180 kilometers of masking tape, and it's not coming off very well. He's having a fun time. So, Jakey boys supplied us with more spicy stuff. We got titanium intake stud kit, so that's cool. starting to look like engine. So hot side's done, minus turbo being tight. Inlet's done. I'm gonna pull out the injector blanks. I think we'll do injectors and rail, and then the PRP coil kit. Then the top half of the manifold can go on. Then we'll just see where we're at, see if there's anything else we want to do, start roughing in some other things, but let's do that. We've got Hitachi R35 coils, 6 of them. The PRP coil bracket. I don't know if these come with stalks on them, but you do have to put PRP's longer stalks on. So we'll do that, assemble the bracket, and see how it fits. R35 coils are in. They were a pain, very tight on the plugs, like trying to get them all the way down without just bending them. So we're going to put in the coolant temp sensor and some little stuff. I'm going to fit the top half of the manifold, and then I think the next step on this car would genuinely be to fit the loom. So we need to wire in the dual trigger kit, which is part of into the cast plug, but I would probably throw the loom through, put it on the injectors. Might even do that before we fit the top half of the plant. I'm plugging the coils. There is one plug we've got to wire across. And then I think that's enough progress for now. Then we need to get a heap of fittings. There's a lot of stuff we're missing to actually make the next step and then get it fired up. All right, I lied. So I was going to fit the manifold, but I'm actually not. Me and Quina are going to try and fit the loom because it would be more beneficial now to put the inlet loom and most of it on. You wouldn't have to pull it off again. So we're going to attempt to get the Haltech loom to fit through the factory holes and still reach everything on the motor, so we don't have to drill or pull out the whole heater box or anything. So this will just be a time lapse of that. Then hopefully inlet on, it'll be all loomed up, waiting on some connections and some other stuff, and I would probably call that would be almost this video, because I'm assuming it's getting quite long at this point, and if you're still watching, appreciate it. As you can see, loomed. Obviously thanks to Quina being here too, that is really hard to do with one person. So, and he's also a wiring guy. He's like multimeters and things. We haven't actually done any of that yet, but he will be. So it's loomed. Injectors are obviously loose because we need the adapters. CAS isn't wired up yet because we need to wire up the DTM connector, which we're not doing yet. Now we're going to test fit the inlet. Everything's about the right length, and then I think that's the end of this. Heaps of little stuff we need to get. We're not going to attempt to start it for like another week and a bit more. Make sure everything's happy, make sure everything's fitted right, check the gearbox, put the tail shaft in, fill everything up with fluids. So, yep, I'll run you through how it's looking with this PRP coil kit and what we've got to adapt. So, loom comes through the factory spot, down over here, all injectors are plugged in, coolant temp, IAT's over here ready to go in the cooler pipe. The PRP coil kit's wired up, it needs to be swapped into that connector, which is in the perfect spot. We've got fuel pressure that'll reach up to here. We've got a DPO, which will do MAC valve. And this is close. So we can get the inlet on now. There you go. That's the end of this. That's enough progress for today. It's, what are we at? 34 degrees, it's too hot. It's lunchtime. Got some other stuff I need to do. So, and we're pretty much out of bits. We could fit some other stuff, start mounting the Haltech, but like how much do you want to do in a day? So that's that. Thanks for watching. Thanks Quina for helping. And this one will be pretty, like you'll get regular updates on this, as well as Levi's car. We're putting on the dyno in the next week, I'd say. The other RB30 build, the S13 one. And we have K Series MR2 coming up, and the Turbo Barra as well, and also much more. So thank you for watching.